After 10 years, the program UNDAS returns to the island, a strategy that seeks to promote children and young people of the country, the interest in research and the development of attitudes and skills that allow them to be interested in science, technology, and innovation. Today was the launching of this project for the department.
ETA, the project that the Ministry of Science seeks in alliance with the departmental government and the National University to strengthen the mentality and culture of research in children and young people of the Archipelago Department. The launching of the project took place today, where representatives of the Ministry, the National University, and the departmental government explain what it is all about.
With this, we seek that children, in an extracurricular way, ask questions of their environment and through scientific methods and a path that leads them to answer and identify new strategies for solutions, improvements, including new ventures for the region. What this seeks to do is to also encourage these vocations for the children to identify their professional careers.
We have a big challenge is a ETA project that we need, and we expect to get it and maybe get more than that. Is to involve the children them to investigate, learn to investigate, and with the long run, then going to participate with other children in our country and have the possibility also to go out the country and participate with others. So this is a big challenge.
That group of children with an investigative attitude will present a research question and a research problem that they are interested in solving from a particular school, but children from different schools can join as well. And the idea is that they present questions of their own interest that they are going to solve from the human sciences, linguistics, and art.
The main objective is to obtain 80 groups of San Andres and Old Providence that generate research questions, and that these questions in fact come directly from the children. What do they want to know? What do they want to solve? What do they want to understand? And the same questions are the ones that will be supported with a financing fund so that they can look for the answer and achieve their objective.
A man was wounded after having an argument with his partner. At this time, he is in intensive care unit after undergoing surgery.
Around 7 a.m., a man was admitted to the departmental hospital with a wound in the thorax apparently caused by a knife. In video circulating on social networks, it is seen how citizens who were at the scene asked to help the 48-year-old man to be transferred to the hospital so he could receive medical attention as soon as possible.
Sobre la mañana de hoy, aproximadamente 7 de la mañana.
We've had the opportunity to receive the visit of the American Naval mission, which is the group of the military that is working in Colombia in order to bring aid and coordinate training activities and other activities at the national level. In this opportunity, we could see the advances in the reconstruction of Old Providence. We could see that they are the ones who made the health brigade with the Bravo Car area, which is the office that coordinates this team, and they manage budgets that are allocated for activities of integral action, and they were seeing if they could help us with other things for the population of Providence in this process of reconstruction of the island.
It should be noted that the police authorities are conducting all relevant investigations to clarify the fact where this man was injured. Apparently, a woman would be responsible for the unfortunate event.
As part of the binational cooperation with the United States, the commander of the CECIP received on the island the visit of officials of the armed forces of that country.
The purpose of this meeting was to continue working and coordinating efforts for the benefit of the population of the archipelago within the framework of the reconstruction.
We've had the opportunity to receive the visit of the American Naval mission, which is the group of the military that is working in Colombia in order to bring aid and coordinate training activities and other activities at the national level. In this opportunity, we could see the advances in the reconstruction of Old Providence. We could see that they are the ones who made the health brigade with the Bravo Car area, which is the office that coordinates this team, and they manage budgets that are allocated for activities of integral action, and they were seeing if they could help us with other things for the population of Providence in this process of reconstruction of the island.
It is hoped that these agreements and meetings will be maintained for the benefit of the community.
The national government strategy to vaccinate more than 4 million children in the country against measles and rubella continues. The local government informed that the strategy is reaching its end final on the island and invites parents to vaccinate their children.
The national government implemented since last April 2021 a vaccination campaign against measles and rubella to eliminate them from the country. The Department of San Andres has had a compliance of over 50% but has not yet achieved the established goal of vaccination for the island as a whole. For this reason, the authorities asked the community to immunize their children against the disease.
According to the goal established by the Ministry of Health, it says that for the department we have to vaccinate a little more than 8,752 children, but to date we have not reached this goal. We are missing a little more than 1,500 to immunize against this disease. All children born from 2010 to 2019, which is the requirement to immunize against measles and rubella. We are vaccinating going from house to house at the moment. We're doing a campaign in different sectors of the island at different times, taking into account that many parents are working. We are also vaccinating at the departmental hospital in the vaccination area from 8 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon on a continuous schedule.
According to data from the Departmental Social State Enterprise, 1,500 children between 2 and 12 years of age in the archipelago have yet to be vaccinated against measles and rubella.
According to a recent Copernicus study, the temperature increased 1.2 degrees Celsius worldwide, and San Andres and Providence reports risk due to possible sea rise.
Temperature is increasing considerably on the planet, and this is reflected in the recent data provided by the European Copernicus Climate Change Service, which shows that the last 7 years have been the warmest in history, with an annual record since 1850. Alarm bells also ringing in Colombia, exactly to the northwest of the Atlantic coast, where our archipelago, San Andres, Providence, and Queclina, is now at risk due to a rise in sea level that could be threatening before the year 2100. This study was conducted by the Scientific Journal of the Universidad del Norte. Researchers at the institution used climate prediction models to analyze what could happen with the rise in the sea level in the Colombian Caribbean before the year 2100. Professor Rafael Ricardo Torres was part of the study, a subject he has been analyzing for a decade and in which he oriented a doctorate at the University of Southampton. I have always been investigating the problem as far as the data allows, that is, with data from the present to the past, but science cannot be confirmed only by understanding what was already happened, but also by trying to find out what could happen. And this is relevant because it allows us to think about the adaptation plans we need to mitigate the effects of climate change, he said.
Desde agosto del 2018, más de 4,1 billones en créditos desembolsó el Fondo Nacional del Ahorro. Así, 53.217 familias cumplen el sueño de tener vivienda propia.
And in other news, Colombia have chosen SENA as the most trusted public entity in the country.
For the third consecutive year, SENA has been chosen as the most trusted public entity in the country. This was announced by the interim director, Leonora Barragán.
For the third consecutive year, SENA, the National Learning Service, has been chosen by you as the most trusted institution in the country. And it is an honor. It is a great satisfaction. Thank you. We continue to get closer to the productive sector, to all the social and public sectors, to consolidate more and more the trust and affection that you have for this institution.
It is important for the entity to be able to continue supporting islanders, offering them technical and technological careers to advance in their training processes.
And now let's get to know other facts that are making news in our brief news section of today.
The Environmental Corporation Coralina conducted an educational talk on solid waste management as part of the activities in the month of recycling. The workshop was held at Gimnasio Real School for the 11th, 5th, 1st, and transitional grades. The educational institution committed to making the correct separation and additionally reusing plastic and paper to make handicrafts that will be exhibited at the end of the month. The Secretariat of Mobility, together with the Secretariat of Education, implemented the initiative Safety Takes Over Your School in the different academic institutions in the Island Department, where children and adolescents are taught about different road issues such as traffic signs, behavior on the roads of the different road actors, especially pedestrians, passengers, and cyclists. Students of the Luis Amigo School learned from the pedagogical inspectors of the Office of Control, Circulation and Residence, OCRE, the importance of the regulation that allows the population control of the Archipelago Department with the purpose of making young people acquainted with Decree 2762 of 1991, increasing the chances of becoming overseers of the duties and rights of the racial and resident population.